Hi everyone, it's Maggie and I'm here to do a little crafting. But before I do that, I just want to mention a couple things. In my description box, I put a few of my favorite channels, a few of my favorite Facebook groups, and I added something new. And I'm going to try to remember to do it every week. And that is to put a link in there for you to follow if you'd like to check it out on a YouTuber, a crafter. And this week I am linking up Second Chance Creations by Krista. She's in Australia and she does shabby chic, she does grunge, and she makes beautiful journals. And I hope you will go and check her out. And each week I'll feature somebody different. And that may be all I wanted to talk about ahead of time. So I'm going to do a little crafting. And this is actually going to be a design team project for the Crafty Me shop on Facebook. And that's one of the links in my favorite Facebook groups. You can only buy from the group. You have to be a part of the group in order to buy. And Esme just has gorgeous, gorgeous laces, trims, fabrics, appliques, bling, all that. And she usually does a sale every Friday. And there's new things every single sale. So I did this one, I think, on the live with Lori, maybe last week. We were doing Glassine bags, altering them, doing some stamping and that. And I had just bought some CD, DVD paper sleeves, and I had just gotten them in, and I wanted to play with them because I'd never tried it before. Hold on one second. Excuse me. So I picked out some images from my digital kits that I purchased, and this one I did finish. I inked the front of the bag, crinkled it. I inked the CD case. I added the image, and then I embellished it. And the embellishments are from Crafty Me Shop. This pale green flower trim. This flower here, I used 2 flowers from one of the trims by the yard. These are also from a trim by the yard, as well as the leaves. And this little trim here. This is a flat back pearl, and these are not. These are from my pearl pen. And I have a bunch of these, and I've had these for over 12 years. And I don't often use them because, it's what it says, pearls. And that's the only way I've ever used them, is making these little faux pearls. But it still works. I mean, this thing is probably still like 3/4 full. And I just love these. I have them in several colors. So that's what I used for that. And I wanted to make a project mainly using, not all, but mainly using some scraps that I have from using my trims in the shop, from the shop. And so this one is already done. That was just kind of to show you. Okay, so I'm going to put that up here for now. And then these just, so I wasn't doing it on camera, because it's, kind of tedious and it's kind of boring to just watch somebody, just ink up and then, um, add the images inside. So this one I did start, and I took this blue and white flower trim to bring out some of the blue in her dress, and this has the green leaves, and she has some in her hat. I just love that image. And then this I haven't done anything to yet, and I just thought she was so pretty too. So let's work on this one first, and then we'll do this one. All right, so as I said, I'm going to try to use mostly scraps, and here's my little scrap holder, and it's a heart dish that my daughter gave me for Valentine's Day, and it says, let's see, it says Mama on it. I'll take it off. And I just love this. She's so funny. She just makes me laugh. I just love her so much. And since I don't really eat candy, not that much anyways, I try not to, because as soon as COVID's over, I'll be having some dental work done, and I figured, well, why push my luck by, something really sugary like candy? So I'm using it for my scraps. So there's that. And then I have a bag of Crafty Niche Shop appliques. And these are ones I've already taken some pieces off of. Some there's just a few pieces left. Some there's like half an applique. And I keep them in this bag. So when I want to try to use up some of my, I hate calling them scraps because I don't know. It's not the right word for things that are like just so beautiful. Maybe I should just say snippets. I'm going to say snippets from now on because, yeah, I don't really like the term scraps. So it's going to be snippets. All right. So I want to embellish this with some blue, and I'm not blue and white anyway. So I have, now this is by the yard, and I'm not going to keep saying this is Crafty Me. If it's from my stash, then I'll mention it. But if I just show something and I don't say where it's from, then you'll know it's from Crafty Me Shop. So I have some little flowers. What else do I have? I have some pieces of leftover trim, this is embroidered trim. Here's another I love this one. I may use that one. And so here's another trim I really like too, this here. But anyway, let me see what I'm going to do here. I want to put a trim on, and I think I might just, let me put this back up here. I might just use this trim. Yeah, I like that. This trim on the bottom. I'll leave that flower here. And trying to see where I should cut off. All right, I think I'm going to try to do a little fussy cutting here and cut off right here. So it's almost gonna look like an applique, but not quite. Okay, let's just cut that part off. And let's see. All right, so I'm going to leave that like right on the edge. So we'll trim a little of this off. My scissors are getting dull. I'm going to have to get another pair. All right, and then I'm going to fussy cut this because we don't need the netting. but I keep the knitting because I like to use that underneath my trim, my images sometimes. So, if any of you caught my live last night with Lori, Girl on the Ridge, we had so much fun. Oh my gosh, I laughed so hard. I woke up this morning and my side was actually hurting when I twisted when I got out of bed, and it actually, like, I froze for a second. It hurt. But oh my gosh, we have so much fun, and it's so fun with the girls that come in and chat with us. And I hope if you watch, but you haven't joined in the chat, that you do, because you'll meet some really wonderful women and crafters in there. And some men like Roy, who is Bootsy Sweethearts. I just love that guy. And I will probably feature him on my next week's feature, because he's just such a nice guy and he's so funny. You know, that's what I look for too when I'm watching crafters, is like their humor, because I mean, I just love to laugh. And I love his sense of humor. So, and Krista, I do hope you go and check her out, because she's such a talented crafter, and her projects are beautiful. Now, see, I'm going to keep that. Her projects are beautiful, and if you go way back, I mean, I'm not sure how far back, but at least a year, maybe a little more. She, for a time there, she was altering the some of them were like the toy horses, you know, like the Barbie horse. She would completely transform them, and they came out just amazing. So I hope you'll go and look. Okay, I think I'm going to put that there. And I have my Fabri-Tac, but I also have my glue gun on and hot, because I like the glue gun for fabric on or lace on lace. But when I'm adhering it to paper, I just feel more comfortable using the Fabri-Tac. So I'm going to put that there, and I might even use my Pearl Perfect, what is it called? Pearl pen, my Pearl pen. All right. The only problem is sometimes the Fabri-Tac does take a little while to, just takes a little bit to stick when it is lace, but I can always tack just a little bit of hot glue too. And you don't need a lot either. I never use a lot. I just don't think you need to, because once it's down there, it's pretty much there to stay. And I'll tell you, when I messed up and I go to take something off, like if I thought, well, okay, this really didn't work, but I had glued it down, the Fabri-Tac is much harder to get, for me anyways. I shouldn't say, I'm not speaking for anybody else, but for me, much harder to get off than the hot glue. The hot glue, you can use the tip of your glue gun to melt it, but the Fabri-Tac, not so much. Okay, so that's on there. Now, and I want to put flowers, and the main reason I want to put flowers is because if you saw our live last night, we did this flip out book using corrugated cardboard, and all I was able to do last night was put it together, put some paper on each piece of cardboard, and I was able to finish the cover here. And I want it to be a nature flower garden type of little journal-y type of thing. And so I thought these might be, or at least one or two might be good for, the inserts inside. So I want to keep that theme going. So this is going to be, I mean, a lot of my projects are flowery, but that's what these are going to be for. So, all right, so I have a trim on the bottom, and I want to have some of the blue flowers. And let me just cut off 3 for now, because I'm not sure what else I have to add in. Okay, and I have some of this green here. I don't know, I'll put it up higher because this is one piece. And it's a beautiful green. I don't know if the green's gonna come off, but I'm going to cut off these little flowers on the side. And I might use some of those, so we'll put those there. And then, what else do I have? Let's see. Or maybe I should put it on this side. Okay, that works. And then I could put a few flowers on it. I think I like that, but I'm just gonna, excuse me, set it there. All right, now let's see if we can build a couple of flowers. I don't have a ton of blue, so this blue trim I got in my design team box came in really handy. All right, and I'm going to cut a few of these because even if I don't use them, they can go back in my snippet dish. But let's see how they work, if they work together. And I know it's not the same green, but I think that's okay because flower gardens have all different colors, and they're not always colors that match or go together, right? All right, so one more, just get the edging off. Oh, this one. There. Okay. Let me just get rid of that. And just take a sip of water. My throat is so dry. Our heat is such a dry heat. And it's been so cold. I've had to keep the heat on. All right, so let's see. Do I want to do that? Or is that going to be too much? Let's see how this is going to work. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Let's see how this looks. All right, I kind of like how that looks. I love little flower clusters. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this up though. We don't need this. Make sure I have it on the right side. Yep. All right. So, and you can see too how fast and easy these are to do. Probably should have ironed this first, but I didn't think about it. So it is what it is, right? So I started to say it's been really cold here. And I think by next week, it's supposed to warm up considerably, like into the high 50s, low 60s. So that's what I'm really hoping for, because that's after how cold it was for us this winter. I think even 60 is going to feel really good. And I know because the little birds are coming out looking for food. So uh, I have a bird feeder, but the larger birds go for that, and the little ones kind of get, kicked off because sometimes there's like, 10 or 20 birds out there. And so put the bird feeder, I fill the bird feeder, but then I always put like a cup of bird seed on the ground underneath so that those little birds, and they sweep or swoop, they swoop right in, and they grab it right off the ground. And that makes me happy. I love seeing all the little birds, and some of them are so different. I don't know what they are. I'm not like a bird watcher or, you know, anything like that. So I don't know their names or anything of what type of birds they are. All I know is they are so freaking adorable, and I just love watching them. And I try to make sure put the feed on the ground early so that, because if I forget and I go to put it when they've already started, they fly away. And then sometimes a couple will come back and sometimes they won't until the next day, even though I've shut the door and I get away from I have a glass French door to the back, and even though I shut it and I walk away from it and they can't see me, they're still shy about it for a while. Okay, let's put those back in there. And let me see if I either have a blue or a, let's see what kind of pen I have. The pearl, what colors that will actually go. I do have blue. Okay, so because once I put this down, then it has to be last, because these, like stickles, if you've ever used stickles, they take a long time to dry. So do these. So I do have blue. So I might put blue in the middle there. And I do have green. And then I have a cream color. But let me get a piece of paper here and see what color, just to make sure that it's going to go. Because I think this is it's a light green, but it looks almost like mint. But that would go. Okay, so that's good. And then let's see what color the blue is. See what I mean? These are over 12, could be even over 12 years old, but they're at least 12 years old. And that blue looks good. Okay, so get that off of here now. All right, so I'm going to put a couple in the green. You just kind of squeeze it out till it Kind of looks like a pearl. And let's put a little here. Okay. And then we'll try the green. And the blue. I don't even know if you can get these anymore. And then I'm going to put the cream on this flower here. Make that a little bit bigger there. So there's that one. Let's see, we're on 26 minutes. So there's that one. All right, I'm gonna do this one. Hopefully you're still here and you're still watching, but if not, that's okay. This one I want to do lilacs and purples and that. So where I had already done around the other two images, I left this one totally blank so I could show you start to finish. So I have this trim. I'm going to put that around here. So let me move these out of the way. Right. And I put this one on an angle too, and I did it on purpose. I don't need things to be, what do you call it? I don't know what you call that. I kind of like them to be a little off kilter, if that makes sense. So I think later today I'm going to work on that piece that Lori and I worked on last night. Now, I already forget what you call it. Was it flip up? Oh my gosh. I forget what we called it. But anyways, I had fun. Once I got past putting it together and then getting the paper on all the pieces of the corrugated cardboard, once I start embellishing, that's my happy place. I was starting to like it. This part here is really my happy place. Lori's happy place is, I think, ripping and tearing and crunching, and my happy place is, I guess, embellishing. And that's probably one of the reasons why we work so well together, because we're so different in our crafting, what you call it. And we found out last night, and this, I mean, talk about like trippy. I couldn't believe it. Patty Lang, Sacred Mementos, she did a show and tell last night for some things that she got from her picking, and somehow we get in the chat, it got on the subject of birthdays. And oh, I know, she was showing this vintage or antique calendar pieces, and they were about each one, was a month. And she showed July, and I said, "Oh, that's so pretty. That's my birth month." And so a few people in chat put in, oh, that's mine too, and all that. So I said, they were talking about like the dates, the days of the month that, some of them, like if it's the beginning of the month, it's one thing. Like I'm a Leo, and I know if you're the beginning of July, I'm pretty sure you're something else. But anyways, I said, oh, mine's on the 30th. And so a couple minutes later, the chat started popping up, and Lori goes, OMG, Maggie, I am too. And I go, you're the 30th? And she said, yep. And I went, oh my, what are the freaking odds of that her and I were born not the same year, but the same day? Excuse me. I know I'm older than Lori, but we were born on the same day. It was so weird. But it was just like, it just clicked. It's like, okay, this friendship, this, crafting together, all that was just kind of meant to be, I guess. And I just love Lori. We have so much fun together. We laugh. Oh my gosh. Like I said earlier, that is like so just really important to me, is that, that you laugh. And there's laughter like every day, even during this time, which totally sucks. But even during this time, you have to laugh. Okay, I don't know if you can tell, but this is lavender, and it's so pretty, and it's one of my newer. I might have gotten this in this design team box, actually, and I want to use this. So let me just trim off the edge here. Okay, trim this up here. Almost took off that part. Okay. And I'm going to do this at an angle too. So that looks good like that. Well, I'll go the angle of the DVD sleeve like that. All right, so let's, oh, I don't know if that's my hair. Yep, it's probably one of my, I'm telling you, I shed like a, what do I shed like? Like a sheepdog? They must shed, right? They're huge and they've got long hair. And being, well, it's mostly gray now, but it used to be, I was a ginger or redhead, whatever you want to call it. And I had, growing up, I had such a thick head of hair, and now it's getting, because of my age, getting thinner by the day. I'm shedding like crazy. And sometimes when I see how much I actually shed, I just say, how do I have any hair left on my head? And my granddaughter, she's got gorgeous red hair. She's a ginger. She's got beautiful a little bit darker red hair than I did. And it's so thick, and it's not super. She used to have almost like Shirley Temple curls when she was little, but now they're just it's just beautiful wavy hair. And I may be biased or whatever, but I just think she's just so beautiful. She's 15. Time is just like flying by. 15 years old. I don't know where the time. goes, but it goes really, really fast. And the older you get, the faster it goes. All right, so that's on there. But I want to cover this. I don't like leaving that, like, I call it like a raw edge, but I don't like leaving that. I don't know, do I want to put more of this on here? I don't know. It almost seems like too much, but I'm going to leave it just for a minute until I decide when. Now I'm going to the applique bag because I don't have any purpley flower trims. This is a different type of purple, but it might work. And I love Esme's appliques. Oh my gosh. Okay, and then we have this. I take one of these. Let me cut one of these. Look at this. This was from a trim by the yard, and this was on, there was the trim, and then this was on top of the trim. So I just divided it because I didn't want to use it as is. I try not to use anything like as it is. I mean, I can't always do that, but when I can, I'd rather do that because I just like making a new, like trim or flower or applique into something different, if that makes sense. All right, so I'm just fussy cutting this. Sorry, I'm going to end up losing my voice. All right, so let's see. Let's put this down. I think it goes like this, like right here. So we'll leave that there. And what else do I have? I have these, and these are a mauvish color, but I don't think that's going to go if I use this. But let me take this off and see how this color goes. It makes it look, I think, it's making this look more almost like a brownish color, but I mean, if you look at her straw hat, but nope, I'm going to keep looking. Let me keep looking, see what I have here. This too, not sure. I'm not sure if that works either. And this was one huge applique. I think it's almost too big. All right, here's more from that. Oh no, this is a different one. All right, so there's this piece, and I could cut off the leaves. Actually, I kind of like, let's take that off. Right. This was part of a larger flower applique. Look at how pretty that is. So I'm thinking I might leave that there. And I'm still not sure of this. So I'm going to take that off for a minute. See what else I have. All right, let's go back to the trims and see, what do I have I could put across there. Get that out of the way. Actually, it's not all going to show, so let's see how I can work this. I can put that there. could put that butterfly. Let's see. These are butterflies. If you can, there's a butterfly. There's a butterfly. Let me fussy cut that quick. See if this will work. And I love these embroidered trims. They're one of my favorite trims to work with. And I have a ton of them. Okay, so that's fussy cut. Let's put this down, like right there. Put that over there, and then put this over there. But I think I want to cut these off. Okay, whoops. And see, there's no threads for this one anyway, so I can cut this off without losing any of those beads. So let me get that off. Yep. Now this one goes underneath the flower. So no, let's see how this looks. I might leave that one on. And then put this like that. I think that looks good. This isn't really going to, I don't think that will add anything. Well, it's just another shade of, it's kind of a pinkish lavender. You see what this looks like there. I just kind of like the sparkle there. Yeah, I think I like that. Okay, so I'll do that and then wrap this up. I have these little leaf things here. I've been wanting to use this, and she's got white. She's got white there. Let me bring it up so I can see what it actually looks like. Yeah, no, I don't have enough weight. I don't have enough weight there to do that. Let me try this. And then I'll start gluing down and then we'll be finished. This is the last of my, this is by the yard too. And this is the last that I have of this one. So hopefully Esme will get another flower trim in, like something like this. Let's just make that a single, like that. Or does it need it, really? I don't know if it even needs it. Or I could put it here and then put this on top of it. Okay, I kind of like that. Yep, I like that. All right, so it's going to be fabric on fabric, so I'm going to use the hot glue. Oh, I forgot to put that down. That's not down, is it? All right, I need a new glue stick. Put a little more there. Get glue stick. the glue strings, those off of there. I like working on my glass mat because it's so much easier to clean. All right, just a little bit on here. Hold that down. A little on these leaves. And that should be plenty of glue. All right, now let's get this down before. I'm just going to run, whoops. Come on. I'm just going to run this down. If I've been off camera, I am sorry. I keep forgetting to look up. Just run that along there. And you want to get into those fibers. Right. And then let's, just going to put some in the middle. Press it down. Get the glue strings out. That's not a glue string. That's from the embroidered trim. And put this, oh my gosh. Either that or it's my hair. I know that probably sounds yucky, right? And that's Brady, if you hear him barking, because somebody actually had the nerve to walk down the street. How dare they walk in front of the house? And if you saw him, he doesn't even weigh like 12 pounds. He's a little bit of a thing. Okay, I'm putting a little bit more on this just to catch the threads that hold the sequins and the beads on so they don't fall off at any point. Because that's not fun when those fall off. I'm going to put just a tiny bit on the end here. There. Okay. All right. So let me move this out of the way. And that's a piece of glue. Okay, so there. All right, so let's just see what we have here. So we have this one. And I just love her. She's so pretty. I think it seems like she's the age of my granddaughter. Like she's about 15, 16. So there's that one. And then there's this one. I have to remember, these are nowhere near dry. So there's this one. And these do make great. I think I put in the title gift bags. And I'll probably make some up as gift bags too. But I did want to use at least one in that journal. And then here's the last one we did, or I did. So there's that one. Okay. And I'll leave it like that. So that's it. That's my project for today. If you haven't already, I would love for you to go check out Crafty Me Shop because it's amazing. And Lori and I will be back on next Tuesday night on her channel. And in the meantime, if I decide to do a little more crafting that I can do here in StreamYard, I will. And I guess I should say for anybody that's new to my channel and is still watching that if I'm not actually going live, then I go live in StreamYard, but I have it as unlisted so that no one can see it before I make it public. just so that it's like what do you call it? A done ahead video. I can't think of the word I'm actually looking for. Um, but anyways, this is just the easiest thing for me to do it this way. So if I'm not going live, then I go through StreamYard. I do what I want to do as if I'm using a camera and just videoing, and then I just, when I'm ready, I double check, make sure it's okay, and then I'll make it public. So it always says streams, and it seems like I'm on live, but I'm really not, if that makes any sense. Hopefully it does. So before I start rambling anymore, I hope everyone this is Wednesday. I hope everyone has a great rest of their week. Hopefully I'll see you Thursday night on Patty's channel. She is going to have some amazing things in her sale, and we always have fun. And please go check out Krista. So I will be back and see you all again soon. Bye for now.